Good morning. It is 6:45, 6:46, and I'm leaving this lovely place. I have about a 17-mile walk today, but that was my bunk up in that room there, and it is cool and enjoyable this morning for a change. The humidity is still quite up there. Let me walk and talk. And the Camino kind of leaves this town, and then it goes up over a rise, and then there's the infamous split. Now, normally I would leave a little earlier than I did, but nobody was getting up in the bunk room. And the other problem is, as you can see right now, there's plenty of daylight. There's some lights illuminating the path here, but I don't want to go tripping in the dark if the trail goes, or the path goes onto a trail. So let's get this day started. This is actually kind of a little bit mixed emotions because this is my last day of walking for a while. Let's preface that, for a while. Take care. Well, I'm here at the split. So it's 29.6 kilometers to Fisteria, and it's 26.5 to Muxía. So my path to Muxía is a little bit shorter. So this is the reason why I walked out to the coast. It was for that marker, because I've never walked a path from this marker to Muxía. So my goal for this 3-day journey is literally starting right now, where I get to walk along the path, past this stuff, and there's about 10%, maybe 15% of people are going to Muxía, and I think it's kind of a coin flip for a lot of people if they can go to one or the other. I think Muxía, in terms of a place to watch the sunset by the church, is nice, but so is Fisteria over there with the lighthouse. So to each his own, to each her own, and I'm looking forward to today's journey. Take care. Hi. So I'm on a downhill slope here, but that back there was one of 4.5 uphill climbs I have to do today. And they're minor little climbs. So I thought it was just mainly downhill all the way, but that's the Fisteria route, not the one to Muxía. But I've been going through these forests. It's been really pleasant, or along the road, or through towns. And so I just basically have 3, not large, but 3 definite defined climbs I have to go up and over. And I say half because there's a little place where literally you go up over a bump and come back down, but it's big enough to show on the topographical elevation side profile thing, the elevation profile turn here, see what I'm seeing. And but the other ones are much more pronounced, so I'm feeling good right now. It has been breezy. I definitely feel the humidity in the air. I'm sweating, but it is somewhat, drying off as I go, so I'm not becoming totally drenched. And now I'm following I believe a French couple with a guy who has the cart rig set up, which I've seen those before in the past, But it's interesting because I've seen other ones that are much more significant with proper hip belts. That looks a little, you know, a little jury-rigged to me. So I'll talk to you folks later. There is no town name for this little wide spot in the road. Okay, on the second to last uphill climb here, but just want to share this Herrero. So apparently this is one of the longest Herreros here in Galicia, and I've seen the longest one, but it's a number of feet below. And so this is going to continue going up this hill for a little while longer till we get to the very crest, then we can pop back down. But I took a picture from over there. So another one of these little valleys here. So time to get off the GoPro, because this stuff, I don't want to trip and hurt myself. So close to the finish line. Take care. It's starting to get warm here. I'm with Margaret and John. Margaret's retired. John is a theological teacher back in Ohio someplace. And you see we're below the 10-kilometer mark, which makes me happy. And that back there, my friends, was the second to last major climb of the day. Of course, once again, major climbs, not really that major compared to what I did earlier. Definitely warm. Turn around, walk and talk. Definitely warm and humid. But now we go downhill, and then we will go over a little like pregnancy bump, almost like a little knob going up and down, and then one final climb, and then on to Muxía. So we're in good spirits. I'm in good spirits. The sun hasn't poked out. It keeps feeling like it's going to rain on us. That's what the air feels like. But this is just marine layer clouds, but it's humid and it's preventing evaporation. Hopefully the wind picks back up, and that will help a lot. Talk to you later. Well, coming down the hill here, all of a sudden just bam, ocean. God, I haven't seen the ocean in weeks now. And so this is kind of neat. Now we do have a small little hill to go over still, and then we have to climb up a higher hill. But I think if you see way over there, it's hard for me to see it, but so you guys may not see it at all. Definitely, yeah, probably not going to be able to see it. But over there I can see a white lighthouse. I think that's the lighthouse there at the point of Muxía. So we'll find out if I'm right or not, and I'll talk to you folks later. That, my friends, was the final climb of my Camino out here to Muxía. The final climb, my walk. And I'm walking here with this theological teacher named John. I can't remember where he was from. I think Cleveland, Ohio. Kind of rings a bell in the back of my head, or someplace else in Ohio, but look at the view. And just for reference, right here, these conifer trees does definitely remind me, and the path reminds me of coming up from Fisteria to Muxía. Very similar environment, but we will walk that direction to Muxía, or Muxía, as I keep mispronouncing it, and I'll be done. And then I'm gonna check in, clean up, and relax. Talk to you folks later. Well, we've arrived. That's Muxía. So we got to go down this trail a little bit, and then there's another trail that takes us around there. But just to see this, the journey's end was this is palatable. Taste, we can just taste it, and yeah. So I'm happy to be here, and I'll talk to you later. I'm at the Albergue Pension Hotel, and there's some like single rooms up here. Look at the balcony, the view, the smell of salt air. But I gotta show you where I'm staying. So that's the staircase, and this is the elevator, thank God. And foot baths. Ooh, foot baths. I don't know about that. That sounds both inviting and a little bit unsanitary with all the bird stuff in there. But this is my swanky room. Look at the size of this, the sliding glass door. Close this up. There's my bed, shower gel, yes. I'm gonna take the other ones I don't use. My own commode, 2 sinks, yes, and then my shower. So I purposely booked this because I don't want to share any space with anybody else until I get to Madrid. So I'll talk to you folks later. Hopefully you can hear me, but that's the church out here. I've seen it several times in the past, so I'm not too bummed about not being able to get into it now, but this is the edge here at Muxía. And the sun is supposed to be setting over there, but you can see it's overcast, so I'm not going to be watching that. I'll still hang out here for sunset. And this is a piece of public art, these 2 giant granite stones which have been cut or split open in between. But this marks the end of my my journey. I'll be heading back to Santiago in the morning, and then the next day heading to Madrid for a few more days, and then flying home. So this is it. This is the last time I'll be seeing the ocean, besides maybe glimpses on the bus on the way back to Santiago. But I want to take in these last few moments and enjoy watching the sun set or just getting dark. But I don't feel too bummed because I know I definitely saw the sunset in Thesteria. I might have seen the sunset here in Muxía both in 2017, so I know a lot of people probably come out here, this is their only one and done chance, and leaves them bummed, but I feel blessed to have that experience in the past. So there you go. I'll leave you with this parting shot. Not sure if you can hear me over the wind. I was looking over there. There's the sunset right there. I am very, very happy. I really am. It's starting to set on the horizon. There's enough cloud, there's enough break in the clouds between the cloud deck and the ocean where I can see it. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Maybe I can blow the video up, do a screen grab. But I'm happy. I get to watch the sunset here in Muxía. A little sliver of sunset, but sunset nonetheless. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Take care.